Today we're going to be talking about volumes of prisms and cylinders. So we've talked about surface area of prisms and cylinders. Now we're going to talk about volume. And volume is the amount of cubic units that we can fit into a space. Okay? Volume of a solid is the measure of the amount of space the solid encloses. Volume is measured in cubic units. So look at it like these are all 1 unit by 1 unit by 1 unit. Let me actually look at one over here and highlight it in red so you can see. 1 by 1 by 1. Okay, 1 unit by 1 unit by 1 unit cube that I'm fitting into a certain solid. So volume of a prism, to get the volume of this, we would take the length times the width times the height, because the 6 times 4 would get me what the base is, and then I have 2 of them that are 2 units tall. So length times width times height. Another way to look at that is B, volume of the area of the base, times the height. Again, remember B stands for area of the base. Okay, so volume of this prism. So volume, again, is equal to area of the base times the height. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change the color for H. So you can see where I'm finding each one of these certain concepts. So volume is area of the base. Well, my base here is a triangle. They tell me the height is 12, the length of the base is 10. So that's 1/2 10 times 12 times by the height. The height in this case is 25. So getting that total area, total volume, 1,500 cubic centimeters. It's how many cubic little centimeters. As a cube that is 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. How that is going to fit, this cube here, how that fits into our little prism that we have. Find the volume of the prism. Okay, volume again is area of the base times by the height. So in this case, we have our base is a rectangular, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pentagon. So I need to remember how to find the area of a pentagon. Remember that that is 1/2 the apothem times by the perimeter of the base, and then times by the height. Okay, so let's look at that. 1/2, my apothem. The apothem, remember, goes from the center is in perpendicular. Oh, they gave it to me. That's nice of them. 3.4 times by the perimeter. This side is 5, so going all the way around, I have 5 sides that are each 5 units long. Times by my height, which is no longer H. Let's sub in the value. The value is 8. Okay. And so then from there, that's just a matter of multiplying. You can just multiply all those numbers together. Remember that this is 3.4, not 3 times 4. And multiplying all those together in our calculator gets us 340 cubic millimeters. Volume of a cylinder. Okay, volume. Remember, a cylinder is just basically, if I were to have a prism, just my bases are circles. So area of the base, excuse me, times by the height. So volume is area of the base. What's area of a circle? Pi r squared. What's my height? H. So volume, pi r squared h. That's all you need to remember. Okay? And again, I've been saying this in every video. This lesson is this chapter I should say, is very formula driven. So get out those note cards. You have 2 more items that you can add to a note card today. Okay, find the volume of the cylinder. Leave answers in terms of pi. So my volume is pi r squared times by my height. So volume equals pi r squared 1.8 squared times by my height, which is 1.8. They want the answer in terms of pi. That means that I leave pi hanging out. And we have 5.832 pi. Let me see what 1.8 to the 3rd power is. Yep. And that's the most exact answer. And I really like us to get those exact answers. Centimeters cubed. Okay. Cavalari's principle. This is actually a really, really cool principle. 2 solids that have the same height and the same cross-sectional area B. So meaning that this area of this base down here and the area of this base right here are the same as the area of that base and that base. These are going to have the same volumes. Think about a deck of cards. Okay, a deck of cards is going to take up the same value, whether it's standing straight up, sitting in the box that it came in, or if you slant it out a little bit. Okay? So now I need to find the volume of the oblique cylinder, giving our answer in terms of pi. So again, our volume is pi r squared h. Volume equals pi, r is equal to 15, times by h, which is 25. They want us to leave our answer in terms of pi. So multiplying all that out, we get 5,625 pi. They give me units, so I want units back. Feet cubed. Okay, our next example. Prisms A and B have the same width and same height, but different lengths. If the volume of prism B is 128 cubic inches larger than prism A, what is the length of each prism? So let's set up an equation with this sentence. Prism B is greater than the volume of prism A. So prism B is 128 plus the volume of A. So let's look at what a formula for B could be. 4 times x times 9. So 4 times 9 times x, and this is a multiplication symbol in there, 128 plus 4 times 5 times x. So 36x is equal to 128 plus 20x. And subtracted, I get 16x is equal to 128. X, in this case, is equal to 8. Example 6. A rectangular prism has a surface area of 282 square inches, a height of 6 inches, and a width of 3. What is the value? Oh, this is a good question. So I have my prism. I always struggled with drawing prisms. Start with a box. Draw a side out, another side out, perpendicular. Now draw a line that's kind of parallel to that one, and a line that's kind of parallel to that. This line is parallel to that one. This line was parallel to that one. That line is parallel to that edge. This next line is parallel to that front edge as best I can. And complete it that way. Anyway, okay. So a height of 7 inches. It doesn't have to be accurate. A width of 3. I don't know what x is. Okay. They tell me I have a surface area of 282. So let's look at getting the surface area. This is x. This is 3. How I'm going to look at this, quite honestly, is I'm going to look at this like I have a bunch of different rectangles. This rectangle here, that area is 21. This rectangle back here has that same area. So I have 2 times 21. I have the base, which the area of that is 3x. And then I also have another one up top. So again, I have 2 times 3x. And then lastly, I have the front, where this side is 7. So I have the front and the back, which is 2 of those, 7 times x. Let's do a little bit of simplifying. This is 6x. This is 14x. So that simplifies to 20x. I subtract 42, so that's 240 equals 20x. In this case, x ends up equaling, I divide by 20, I get 12. So now I need to find the volume. Volume is length times width times height. My length we just discovered is 12. The width is 3. My height is 7. So my entire volume is 252 cubic inches. And that's my video on volumes of prisms and cylinders. Thank you for watching.